Shalom, 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 shalom. Once again, you're now under the sounds of the voice of Kahan Tazadah. And this is Yahweh's word. To those members of TDOC that I see in the room, Benaiah, David, Marty Moore, you've actually been sent a link to speak, so you could check your email. David, Marty Moore. So I'll give the brothers an opportunity to go ahead and come into the room. Zadok, you all been sent a link to speak. Even Yasha being, though I don't see him on here yet, but if you check your email, there's a couple of emails. One of them is actually a link to speak. Got anything you'd like to bring it out? Please feel free to do so. David, if you're in the room, I shouldn't have to keep reminding you to come on in on this side of the fence. Hey, shalom, Zarek. I see Benaiah's out there in the room, but he doesn't come in.
Shalom, brothers, shalom, sisters, shalom, family.
Benaiah, I saw you in the room, man. Waiting for you to come on this side. David, if you're on the call, come on in. Yeah, we're gonna talk a little about the origin of this whole Sunday, and you're gonna find out whether or not your religious organization or participating in sun worship. But first, let me try and give these guys a call, man. It's a minute to get here.
Shalom. Man, it's glad to be back.
Will Sims, we're waiting for you to join us in the room unless you're just logged on and you're out and about. I hope, brother, this is not a female diverting your attention. I'm gonna tell you straight, man, since your interactions with this woman, could see you kind of like swaying. I'll keep it real, man. I have to call it out the way I see it. David, are you in the room? Hold on a second, Zadok. If you got anything you want to say, you could go ahead. I'm gonna make a few phone calls, man.
I'm just gonna say, man, it's just happy to be, congregating with the brothers, sisters, family. You know what I'm saying? I know we've been kind of slacking on our Bible studies, but don't worry, brothers and sisters, gonna get back crunk up. Just people just taking care of business and taking care of things, but we're gonna be getting really crunk back up here though. It's a great time to be Israelite, even though we're still in captivity. But a lot of people are waking up. I think this old Joe and the Ho, I think they're gonna do their little evilness and help wake up some more Israelites. Most High definitely doing his work. He's definitely doing his work. We got to pay attention to the prophecies that's unfolding right in front of our eyes.
Come on. Shaw, I sent you the link, Shaw. You could come on in the room. It's time for you to go on here speaking a little more. What's going on with David? Hope he hasn't relapsed, man. Give him a call now. Shaw, you sent the link, brother Shaw. You could come in. That should be. think the business got its time, man. David,
Okay, good. And the people who are taking on at a certain date.
David.
That was a fast 30 minutes.
What are you listening to, man? You were sent the link to be on the call, man.
I checked it 30 minutes ago. It wasn't on there.
What are you talking about, David? This has been 45 minutes ago. 46.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'll get right on it.
All right. Roger that. Yeah, I'm gonna make a couple more calls, man. Let me give Marty a call. Shaw, come on in the room, Shaw. Some of these guys that never talk, man, they need to start being more vocal, man. A lot of these cats been around. You understand what I'm saying, Zara? These cats has been around for like 6 months, a year. They should be able to give a damn Bible study when I'm not here. You understand what I'm saying? One night I put a message in the room, man, and say I'm too busy. I'm traveling. Can someone teach? Everyone had an excuse, man. That's a damn shame, man. That's a damn shame by now, because the whole point of this, man, is you're supposed to be able to become a teacher, man, and teach someone else. You're supposed to be fishers of men. So someone else is supposed to be able to, come forth. That's the whole point of going out teaching and having classrooms and all of that, man. So you could actually teach yourself. No, I ain't ready yet. I roger that, man.
Yeah, we have to, we know these precepts, and I think, I know I'm pretty much ready. I think the brother, DeWaller, that he's ready.
DeWaller,
y'all should be ready.
We've been talking to DeWaller in about 2 months.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen a text from him, a text back or nothing from him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that brother, man. A lot of strange things been going on, Zarek.
Con.
Hold on, I'm trying to call Raymond.
Hello?
Raymond, we're on a Bible study, brother. Come on on.
Is it on? It's on now?
Come on the call, Raymond. It is.
All right. I just walked in the door. Let me get on there.
All right, Shalom. You call Martin, man. Shaw said he's in a bad spot to be speaking. All right.
Shalom, brother. Shalom.
Shalom, Marty. For your 411, we're on a Bible study right now.
Okay.
Tune on in, Marty. It's good for the soul. It's good for the soul. Shalom. Who else? What's going on with Yashabin, man? Israel. Let me give Israel a call. Israel will be on here. Maybe he missed the notification. Let me try and give Israel a call. Yeah, Zara, what was going on with that FOPE, man? And
I don't know, man. I was on Instagram.
There's a lot of drama, man. You know what I mean? So,
I was on Instagram and I just seen I was going down my you going down your little day off, you know what I'm saying, your little timeline or whatever you want to call it on Instagram. And I just ran across I guess Sakari main page. It's called Exodus 17, 15, whatever it is. And so I guess one of their
Shalom, huh?
posts came up. I just see. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And and it showed it showed it showed that damn
Huh.
thing. It's like I forgot what it said. What in a cartoon,
All right. Sure,
the little
sure.
comic book thing, and it was like something about some damn FOP elder and then they got like little damn thoughts in his head.
Had him punch him in the face
And
or something.
it said, you a manzer. And then they had, I guess, somebody from a cartoon character, Sakari, slapping him and calling an armchair elder.
Yeah, punching him in the face or something, man. Wow.
I was like, this is
I said, what the hell?
like, man,
This is
crazy,
violent.
man.
It's gonna cause some
I
fight.
said, damn. I mean, but on the damn on the like on the video, it's all love, hugs, and and shit. Then, like I said, damn, as soon as ain't nobody's face, it's like it goes to the comical sneakness, and it's just comical. It's like,
Right. But they be out there fighting over that, man. It's funny to us, but they be out there fighting over that, man. You seen
over
when
the man.
that bird, when HOI dropped that bird video, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then that video, the interview came out.
Yeah.
With the brother and also what's the blind dude from HOI out of sight.
Yeah.
And that it been crunk up ever since then, I guess. I said, damn, it's a lot of FOP taking on a lot of battles right now.
Marty Mark,
I don't know.
you got anything you want to bring out?
Oh, shalom, brother. Just happy to see my brother Zarek there. Shalom, Zarek.
Shalom, Marty Marr. It's all good, my brother.
Always good to see you, brothers. Absolutely. Yeah, no, just listening at the news and seeing how they got some real stupid people, man. They want to celebrate the holidays and shit. That all that, jumping on the plane, rolling stuff. If you're gonna do something, where are you going? Way over there across country to eat some turkey. You know what I'm saying? They got some weird shit going on. But life is good, and we're blessed. All praise to the Most High. Glad to be here with you, brother.
Shalom, Marty. Shalom, family.
Shalom, Benaya.
Shalom,
Hey, Kahan.
Benaya.
Shalom, Kahan, to our spiritual guider and our absolute leader here. Shalom.
Shalom. Look like someone else just came in, man. I had to round up the sheep, Marty. Nobody was tuning in.
Yeah.
And Benaya. David, he's just coming in. Hopefully he's sober. He's sober-minded.
But hey, well, you got some powerful watchmen on point today. That's all you need is these are the giant crew right here. That's what's got some powerful instruments right here, the Most High.
David, you have anything? David. Message to a few more people, man. David. Everybody, a lot of cats starting to fall off, man. We all got our own thing, man. We got to do, man. But we got to keep the Most High first, man. He'll put some stuff in our life, and we're not gonna like it. I know that firsthand. David. Is that Marty or is that David? Was that you talking, Marty, or was it David?
No, that wasn't me. That's not me.
David.
I think that's David background.
This guy. Wow, man. This nigga drunk, man.
That's all you need.
Listen to that, man.
Hey,
Man, they ain't fell out the room. They ain't jumped out of the room. This nigga drunk, man. Don't tell me this nigga coming on the call drunk. He said he was done with that, huh?
He said he wasn't drinking no more.
Yeah, he said he was done with that.
That's it, boy. I like when you do that.
They still calling him like Pookie, Zara. They still calling him like Pookie and New Jack.
It just
Sounds like
keeps
he done gave in.
calling me.
He done gave in, man. His glasses probably all damn foggy and all. It's cold out now. His damn glasses probably all fall out, all foggy. He out on the damn corner trying to get a drink. As soon as I said that, he fell out of the room, man. That's almost like a confirmation of guilt, man. And here he come again. Look, there you go. Look, here he is. David.
Con.
I know he seemed pretty sober.
Yeah, he's sober.
You could tell how he came in.
Good to hear you. I heard Marty talking about the turkey kids and stuff like that. I just don't know why people celebrate Thanksgiving. To be fair, I'm single. I got about 38 plates. So I probably made about 38 trip over to people's houses for Thanksgiving. I'm sure that those are plates for Thanksgiving, but I don't generally celebrate any of the holidays. Anything that costs money, I don't do. Oh, shit. Oh.
David, you got anything you want to bring up? Trying to get more people on here, David. More TDOC members. I'm texting them all. David. He done froze again, man. With his mouth open. His image froze right there with his mouth open. Caught him right there in a lie. Well, don't see Yasha being. Time is it? Almost 9 o'clock. I guess we should go ahead and get started, man. No one have anything. So we want to talk about sun worship. Is your organization worshiping the sun? It's the origin of this whole Sunday, and so on and so forth. But the first thing I want to talk about is your belief system. You being a doubter, not having faith. And this is where most people fail. Like a lot of people, whether you realize it or not, while we're joking and all this, Marty, there's a lot of people out there that's having a lots of problems. And primarily, those problems, more than anything, are financial problems. So, I wonder why they don't tune into these webinars that I be doing. Because this stuff is all spiritual and rooted in the word. But most people, most of the problems that you have when you look deeply into them, even in their marriages, these problems are financial. And the reason is because these people they doubt more than they believe. And your doubts and fear makes you a slave. I'll say it again. Your doubts and your fear makes you a slave. If you're already a slave, it's going to keep you a slave. There is nothing more harmful right now to most people than they're doubting most things and their fear. And so I'm going to tell you something, man. You can never truly love someone if you have doubt about them or if you don't have trust. But you can never be successful yourself if you have doubt about accomplishing anything whatever it is, whatever field of endeavor. If you have doubt about that, whether it's secure party creditor, whether it's landing a new job, whether it's getting a home, whether it's whatever it is, man, whether it's being successful in your marriage, if you have doubt, you're not going to be successful. And fear solidifies that. Doubt and fear makes you a slave. See, all life essentially is vibrations. And when I talk about vibrations, I'm talking spiritual, right? So either you're on a higher level vibration or you're vibrating on a lower level. Your spirit's moving low, right? These are the people that act off of instinct like beasts. All life is vibration, it's spiritual. So when you vibrate to success, happiness, and joy is automatic. It comes in abundance. And so as you change you and your belief system, all of your conditions will change. That seems very practical, but it's very true. Once you change you, all of your conditions will change. But too many people remain slaves to doubt and to fear. See, Moses, he had to deliver the children of Yashar'Allah, the children of Israel. But let's get Matthew 21, I believe it's verse 22. But they always had doubt. As out in the wilderness, they were still doubting. Even after he got them out of Egypt, they were still filled of doubt. And so guess what? As a result of doubt, most of them died off in the wilderness. Because why? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. How do you think in your heart? David? Well, he don't left again. David, we need you back in the room. How do you feel? How do you feel in your heart? Mazaliam, how do you feel in your heart? Dwayne, how do you feel in your heart? Scripture says a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
God. So you say Matthew 21:22?
I believe so. Matthew 21:22. I believe that's what I'm looking for.
Book of Matthew, verse 21:22. In all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive.
See that? So you got to have faith. So the scripture is saying, Hamas Yaka saying, whatever you ask for and you truly believe that, if you have faith in it, you're going to have it. So what does that mean? Most of us don't have what we desire, Marty, is because we don't believe. You've got to believe. And you can't just say you believe. You have to really believe. I'm hitting something. Wow. The other way. So that means, Marty, if we ask for poverty, if we ask for oppression, if we ask for fighting and struggle, that's what we're going to get. If we think that in our mind, because you ever see someone, typical person in the hood, oh man, that ain't gonna never happen to me, man. That's too good to be true. Well, guess what? That's what you're asking for. You're saying it's too good to be true. So you're right. You are never going to have it because you're asking for bad. But when it comes to Tazadat, au contraire, you know, there's a lot of Israelites that teach out there, like GMS. They tell you it's supposed to be suppressed. You're supposed to be hard. We're not supposed to be living well.
That's supposed to be bummy.
Right.
That's why they look all bummy. They look
Right.
like bums. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, man, you got to be down there homeless to get into the kingdom, messing around with them. You won't have nothing.
Right.
You're a little stanky, bummy Israelite.
Right.
Talking about making the kingdom.
Right. But at the same time, they would take their members' fee up. You see what I'm saying? They push their members, but in the background, these men that's telling this to their members, they're living pretty well. They're living pretty good.
Absolutely.
So whatever we believe, essentially that's what we're asking for. We're speaking it into existence. Scriptures say a man shall be justified by his words. By your words are you justified, and by your words you are condemned. You condemn yourself when you think negative. I don't know how to get this into people's head, but this is real, man. I'm telling you. The power of positive and negative thinking is real because you're going to subconsciously behave in that way. But I believe in the positive, Marty. And since Yahushua is my shepherd, I shall not want for anything. Now, I want you to think about that. How is it that so many of us are in want if we truly believe in Hamashiach Yahushua? Let's get that, Benaiah. Let's get the book of Psalms, the 23rd chapter. That's the most famous Psalms of all of David's Psalms. Psalms 23.
Chapter.
I saw one of your videos last night. It was all of them are powerful, but some of them were touch your soul. Badass video, a webinar. I'm telling you, some of them will take you and transform you if you're right for this. It's bad. It moved me. At 5 a.m. That's how much it meant.
That's the most high, man. Hey, you got that, Benai?
Come.
Psalms 23. Let's start at verse 1.
Book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 1. Yahushua is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Stop. Now, this is not the way that the Negro mind works. He'll think that means I don't want Christ to be my shepherd. No, it don't mean that. It's saying that since Hamashiach Yahushua is my shepherd, what does a shepherd do, David? He watch over the sheep. Who are the sheep? We're the Lord's sheep. So he sent the last Nazarene to gather the Lord's sheep and call them in. But the head shepherd is Hamashiach Yahushua. If Yahushua is your shepherd and you truly believe in him, Israel, what could you possibly want for? He was there in the beginning. What could you possibly want for if he's truly your shepherd, if you truly believe? Otherwise, the Bible's a lie. I want you to think about what I'm saying here. Why are so many so-called Israelites in want? Why are so many Christians in want? I want this, I want that. You know why? Because Yahushua is not truly a shepherd. Read it again, Benaiah. Let's see what it's saying. I'm not saying this. This is what the book says. So either the book's lying or you guys don't really have Yahushua as your shepherd. You got something else. Maybe Hashaitan's your shepherd. Because you're in want. You're in need. You're in poverty. You're so damn badly in want. You voted Joey in the office. You in trouble. You Negroes are in trouble. I'm telling you, Marty, the Negro, that's an incredible damn creature, man. The Negro is an amazing creature. Because he'll vote oppression into his life. He'll fight to remain oppressed and attack his liberator.
God.
David, if Hamashiach is a shepherd over the flock of Yasha Allah, can you please explain to me why so many of them are in one? Why they want this? Why they want that, David? He can't really be their shepherd. Either the Bible's lying or he's not really their shepherd. They just jaw-japping. Read it again, Benai. We're going to get some understanding here, man. These Negroes are lying. You see them out on the corner, they acting real tough. They're not changing anyone's life, man. All that is entertainment. They're entertaining folks, man. They're not really affecting people's lives. Let me ask you this. What exactly are they doing to these people's lives to make it better? They're giving some feel-good hoopla. Just like the Christian preacher. It's just coming from a different perspective. They just act more rough, and they try and impress people with the way that they use the scriptures, but they're not changing anything in the people's lives. Those people are still oppressed. Those people are still in poverty, and those people are still angry. What are you doing for your people? For Mashiach's shepherd, why they in what, David? Read it again, Benai. Think about it.
Yahweh Shah, book of Psalms, chapter 23, verse 1. Yahweh Shah is my shepherd, I shall not want. Verse 2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
Yeah, if you're a shepherd and you got sheep, what more beautiful place could sheep be in than in green pastures, David? That's like being in heaven. But these Negroes are not in no green pastures, David. They're in the ghettos. They're in the desert of the ghettos. They don't have any green pastures. They're in concrete jungles with nothing to eat. Lazy like Lazarus, begging for the crumbs that fall from the Edomite's table. Just like Lazarus, man. He begged for the crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. Lazarus was in such a degenerate condition that the damn dogs would come and lick Lazarus' sores. I can't make this up, man. It's in the book of Luke. You people are the same way. You're in what? Just begging for the crumbs that fall from their table. You're trying to vote salvation in the office, man. Yahweh Shah is not your shepherd. If you voting for salvation in office, he said all your counsel is supposed to come from him. It says that, David. Matter of fact, it uses the word woe, which is symbolic to destruction. Go ahead, Benaiah.
Go on. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
You got waters, you got the pastures. What more could you want? Green pastures. But our people are poverty-stricken. Yet they claim, they go out, they look like vagabond Hebrews on the corner. Angry, mad. But they claim Yahweh Shah is their shepherd. But contrary to what they're saying, the Bible says Yahweh Shah is still your shepherd. You shall not want. Ask for whatever you ask, it will be given unto you. These are Bible verses. TDOC didn't make these up. But they trying to make us believe that we're supposed to be in want, hunger, asked out. Man, I can't follow Allah like that. Where I gotta be broke, raggedy, hungry, naked, out of doors. Nah, I can't follow anything like that, man. Go ahead, King.
Verse 3. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
So you can't have any fear if you're walking with Hamashiach Yahushua. You don't fear anything. You don't fear anything. Let me tell you something, man. All you so-called Negroes that rushed out and vote for Joey, and you think, oh yeah, we still got a lot more work to do. The Most High is not with you, man. The Most High is not with any of these preachers that told you to go out and vote. Let's get Isaiah 30 verse 1. Let's prove that. All your counsel is supposed to come from the Most High. You're not supposed to be taking counsel from Joey or Donnie. All your counsel is supposed to come from the Supreme Elohim. Is that right, David? Supposed to come from the Most High. Yahweh Shah, not from government. This government's a liar, man.
Look at Yeshaya, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me.
See that? You taking counsel, Democrat, Republican, liberal, whatever. The scriptures say, whoa. They says you're rebellious. And rebellion is like the sin of witchcraft. In the book of Exodus, it said, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. When you rebel against the Most High, you're like a witch. You become a male witch, a wizard, like Merlin the magician. Scriptures say, whoa, that word is substituted for destruction to those that take counsel, but not of me. You're taking counsel, Democrat, Republican, liberal, what have you. All your counsel is supposed to come from the Supreme Elohim, not from this world, King Pessa. Not from this world, Eric White. It's supposed to come from the Supreme Elohim. Go ahead, Benaiah.
And that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit.
See that? Yeah, they're covering with a covering, but not of the Most High Spirit. They got the spirit of the world, man. They got the spirit of High Shaitan. Read.
That they may add sin to sin.
And you're adding sin to sin because you're taking counsel of this world. Scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things in it. Presidencies of the world. You love these things of the world because you're of the world. To all of you that's been taken out of the world, if you was of the world will love his own. But you're not of the world, therefore the world hates you. That since Hamashiach Yahushua is my shepherd, I should never want. So the question becomes, are you acting from fear? All of you under the sounds of our voice tonight, you need to really consider this, man. If you're in a problem, if you're in a place where you don't want to be, you got to really examine yourself and ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from faith? That's rhetorical, because you should know, because if the scriptures is clear, and I bear witness that it is, if you're acting from faith, if Hamashiach is your shepherd, you're not going to want for anything. You're going to already have it. That's what the Bible's saying. I'm not going to say that. Am I lying, Marty? That's what we just read. Is that right, David? Is that not what we just read, David? Is that not what we just read, David? The Lord is my shepherd. Yahushua is my shepherd. I shall not want. That means you don't want for anything. If he's truly a shepherd, the shepherd keeps a watch over his sheep. What sheep? The Lord's sheep of the house of Israel. Yasha Allah. So the question is, are you acting from fear? Or are you acting from faith? See, most of your problems, I reiterate, are financial. So most of you that's having these issues, man, you should have been running to all these webinars I've been doing. And you're going to have a divine idea. Only a divine idea will survive the storm. Evil destroy itself because it cross current against itself. And so what do I mean by that? If you prepare, let me tell you something, man. If you prepare for failure, you're gonna get failure. If you prepare for failure, it will come, right? Whatever you prepare for, it's gonna come. David said, the thing that I fear most came upon me. Did not King David say that? David, your name's David. You should know that precept. He said, the thing that I fear most came upon me. So whatever you fear, whatever you think about most, that's what's going to happen. So if you think about failure more than you do about success, that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. Job said, the thing that I feared most overtook me. Someone get Job 3 verse 25. Whatever you fear most, whatever you think about most, that means if you think about failure, some people try to become creditors, right, Israel? They think about not being able to do it, like VOD, right? You think it's not going to work, it's not going to work. The thing that you fear most, that is what you are going to get. That means you've lost from the start. The thing that I feared most, that's what comes upon me. Whatever you think about most, that's what's going to happen. You're going to think it into existence. This is real, man. You hear people that talk about that law of attraction. Well, the law of attraction is from the Bible. Whatever you think of most, that's what you're going to attract. That's going to come into your reality. Someone get that? Job 3?
Job 3 and 25. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is coming to me.
See that? See that? That's the same thing that happened when you go into a court. That's the same thing that happens when you deal with anything, man, that you think you're going to fail at, that you fear. You're attracting that to you. You're thinking it to an existence, and you're going to act it out. You attract that negative energy towards you, and you're going to fail. And since mostly what you think about is failure, you become a failure. You become a failure, man. That's it. That's the law of attraction. They got it from this Bible. If you prepare for failure, man, you can expect it. But I'm going to hit you with something the other way. If you prepare for success and you think about failure more, then you're going to get failure. So we got to watch and pray. We got to watch and pray for success so we don't fall into destruction. You got to pray for success. Can't be thinking about it with doubt. The scriptures say, whatever you expect. David, you're supposed to be a man of the Most High. You're supposed to be able to bring some of these precepts out. The scriptures say, whatever you expect according to your faith, it shall be given unto you. All these are positive affirmations. Why does most Israelites don't have a damn thing then? Let's get that. Matthew, book of Matthew, 9 verse 29. Whatever you expect according to your faith, that's what you're going to get. If you expect failure, you're going to get failure. Bottom line, Michael Banks, as a man thinketh, so is he. For as he thinketh his heart, so is he. Whatever you expect according to your faith, Eric White.
The book of Matthew 9:29. Salakia. Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you.
According to your faith. You hear that, David? Do you hear that, David? According to your faith, be it unto you. Whatever one believes most, that's what they're going to get. So why are so many people poverty-stricken, David? Like Hamashiach told him on the boat, O ye of a little faith. They don't have no faith. They just talking it, but they don't really have that faith. They don't have it. Can read that again, Ezra. According to your faith. Whatever you think most. You don't have no faith, man. You're not gonna accomplish anything. You expecting, I'm gonna tell you, man, David. Most people say, oh man, that's too good to be true. So that's what they get. They get misery. They get poverty. They get hardship. They say, oh no, that can never happen to me. According to your faith, so shall it be unto thee. You get what you expect. Go ahead, Israel. Matthew 9:29.
Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you.
Right. So you gotta stop saying, you gotta stop having a mind state. Oh, it's too good to be true, man. Oh, I can never do that. That's too hard. I can never figure that out. According to your faith, so shall it be unto you. See, you gotta remember, man. Who's the giver, David? Who's the giver here, David? Who's giving them whatever it is that they're praying for? Hamashiach, Yahushua. David's just shaking his head. He's not even answering, man. Who's giving it to him, Marty? It's Hamashiach, Yahushua. He's giving it to him, though, David, according to their faith.
God.
They don't have any faith. They're not getting anything. We just read it. According to your faith, so shall it be unto you. He's the giver, man. Yahushua is the giver. But let me ask you this, Marty. How can they get the gift if they don't have the faith? Because Israel read, according to your faith, so shall it be unto you. How can you get the gift from the giver, who's Yahushua, if you have no faith? See, I'm dissident, David. I'm not into the business of running people out of business. I run people into business. Positive. I run people into business. Do this. Push them until they get their own business, David. Most people try, yeah, we got to run them out of business. Well, why not run them into business, David? Why not run them into business to do for themselves? Because the doc runs people into business, not out of business. Right? Oh, wait, watch out. David, don't walk under that ladder. It gives you bad luck. Walking under the damn ladder doesn't give you bad luck, Marty. It's what you expect according to your faith. So shall it be unto you. Doesn't matter if you walk under a damn ladder, break a mirror, stomp your left feet. According to your faith, so shall it be unto you. What are your beliefs? So your problem is right here, man. We've been so deeply programmed, man. Only if we could believe and have faith in Yahweh, Yahushua, then so shall it be unto you. But most of us, we just talk the supreme Elohim with our lips, according to your faith, according to what you expect. I'm gonna hit you with something, right? A lot of you, I'm gonna tell you a problem with a lot of you Israelites. A lot of you, you're dying young. You're in all kind of intense pain. You know why? Because your hate speech. You gotta keep it real, Zach. Most Israelites teach hate speech. It's always about the white man, the white man, the white man. That's not gonna, first of all, that's not gonna bring you salvation, man. That's not gonna save our people. Okay, you say he's this, he's that. Okay, now what? Is that gonna get these people? If David don't know the scriptures, and you tell him how bad Esau is, how's that gonna get David salvation? It's not gonna give him that. I'm gonna tell you something else, man. Sure, they done wrong, and so on and so forth. But when you resent people, when you go through life resenting people, your resent will attack all of your internal organs. And when you resent people, you will pay the price with your organs, your internal organs, all of them. You're going to have aches. You're going to have pain, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. Why? Because all of that resentment is bottled up inside of you that you should have let go. And that was causing your internal organs problems. But when you lift the burden of resentment, you heal. You understand? So we don't just need a balanced diet in food, Israel. We need a balanced diet in spirit. We got to have a balanced diet in our spirits, in our minds. Let's get Psalms chapter 89, verse 1. See, your word is your blessing, man. Your word is your blessing. Your word is your success, because according to your faith, so shall it be unto you. You got to speak it in existence, and you believe it, and you will see things start to happen, man. If some of you, man, if just one of you took this stuff that you're hearing tonight through the Spirit and applied it, your life would change, man. But you don't have faith. Someone get Psalms 89, man. Psalms 89 chapter. David, you got your sword on?
I do.
No, David, I told you I already got a wife, man. And I'm not marrying no guy, so you can stop telling me I do.
Psalms 89, verse 1. I will sing.
Hell no. Hell no. I don't. Go ahead.
I will sing of the mercies of the Yahweh forever. With my mouth will I make known thy faithfulness.
Okay. With my mouth will I make known what, David?
Thy faithfulness.
Thy faithfulness. So with your mouth, you're going to determine how faithful you are. Read on.
To all generations.
To all generations.
For I have said, mercy shall be built up forever. Thy faithfulness shall Yahweh establish in the very heavens.
Mm-hmm.
I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David, my servant.
Mm-hmm.
Thy seed will I establish forever.
With your mouth. He said with his mouth, David. Your word is your blessings. Your word is your blessing, or is your curse. By your words, or you justify them. By your words, or you condemn. With your mouth, David. Therefore, we gotta be careful of the things that comes out of our mouth, man.
True.
We gotta be careful of the things that comes out of our mouths. Someone get Joshua 24 and 15. This is your fork in the road. You're gonna have to decide. Will you believe or will you doubt? After tonight, after hearing this message, will you continue to be a doubter, or will you believe and take it on and say, hey, man, Philippians 4:13, with Hamashiach Yahushua, all things are possible. All things are possible through Hamashiach Yahushua that strengthens me. With your mouth, man. By your words are you justified, and by your words are you condemned. Whatever you expect. Matthew 9:29. That's your expectancy. Whatever you expect, so shall it be. Joshua 24:15. This is your fork in the road right ahead. You're going to have to decide which way you're going. You're going to continue to be a doubter, a doubting Thomas, or you're going to have faith. You're going to have to choose.
Look at Joshua. Joshua chapter 24, verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh, choose you this day whom you will serve.
Okay, right. So you're going to have to choose whether you're going to have faith and be positive and live the life that Hamashiach wants you to live, or you're going to still be a bum, a cornball, a hobo, a vagabond Israelite, and always complaining about the white man. The white man did this. I can't get this because of the white man. This is your fork in the road, man. Which way are you going to go? You're going to have to choose one. You're going to still be over there with the doubters, the naysayers, the failures? Or will you have faith and believe that all things are possible through Hamashiach, and you will end up a successful man or woman? But you got to believe. Finish that out, Benaiah.
Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell.
See that?
But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahweh.
We're going to serve Yahweh. Why Yahweh shout? Who are you going to serve? You're going to have to choose, man. You're going to have to choose, man. All you people that's into Egyptology, Muslim, and I'm gonna do a stream on Allah when I get a chance, man. All you people that's following all these other entities and so on and so forth. We haven't even gotten into. I'm trying to get people's minds right here in spirits. We haven't even gotten into this thing about sun worship. You Christians and all you others into these philosophies. Let's get Joshua 13:24. So this is your fork in the road. You're going to have to choose which way you're going to go, man. You have faith. You got to believe. Then it will happen. Once you believe, it will happen. Let me tell you something, man. If you want, this really works, right? I remember I was saying like, yeah, man, I'm going to, it was back in 2015, man. Marty, you on the call, Marty? Listen to this, Marty. True story, 2015. I made some bad decisions and walked away from my job back in 2012, into 2012, right? Had moved down south. Bad decision. Got involved with a borderline personality disorder. Long story short, that didn't end well, right? So I'm down there. I'm in. I can't speak like that Christian priest. So I'm gonna tell you straight. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm out there fucked up. You know what I mean? Car not working. I had an old 99 Lexus, wasn't working. The whole water system went down on it. I needed a whole coolant system. So-called friends, no one out there for me. So I'm really fucked up, pretty much homeless. So I said, yeah, I got to change this, man. I got to change this. And I decided that no matter what, I was going to have faith in the Most High. Things started to pick up. Things started to change. Just like this. So I know, man, that if you believe, it will happen. And so, you know what I did, Marty? I start envisioning myself in a new vehicle. I got an old 99 Lexus at this time that won't even fucking start. I mean, no one's coming to save me. This is what I learned from this. It was a good learning experience. I realized no one was coming to save me. No one really cares, man. And if they help you, they usually say bad things about it. So I would envision myself in this new vehicle, and to the point that I started acting like I had it already, right? Because the scriptures say, whatever he believes, that's what you're gonna have, according to your faith. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So I started acting like I had a new vehicle already, Marty. I'm going to the dealership sitting in it. I can't afford none of it. I don't even have a job at this point. I said, I told Shael, I mean, some of you guys met Shael when you went down to North Carolina with me. I told him, check me out in 6 months, man. Now I'm broke, but I'm talking like I got this already. And you know what? In 6 months, I actually did have it, man. I drove off with a vehicle already settled and closed when I left the lot. But I envisioned that 6 months out, and I started acting as if I had it already. And I had faith that I would get it. There was no doubt in my mind whether or not I would get it. And since then, I never looked back, man. I never looked back. I never doubted anything. If I say I want something now, I just think it, and it comes into existence. So I acted out. Joshua 13:24. Success and abundance. This is what I'm trying to say to you. This is why I just told you that story. Success and abundance is a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Did you read that Joshua 13:24 on Benai?
Book of Joshua, chapter 13, verse 24. And Mashah, Moses, gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, even unto the children of Gad, according to their families. Verse 25.
No, that's good. So when Moses had to bring the children of Israel out of bondage, your altered ego, that's your Egypt. Egypt was a house of bondage that Moses had to free the Israelites from. The Most High is trying to send a message to you, man, and wake you up and free you like Moses. But your house of bondage is your altered ego, the information that you've been actually programmed with the system. Success and abundance are a state of mind. And in order to come out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage, you must now make the right decisions. You got to make the right decisions. See, if you continue to nourish negative thinking, negative thoughts, by giving them attention, you always think, oh, something's going to, this is going too good. This is just too good to be true. Guess what? Something negative's going to happen. You understand? There's a man with a rich consciousness and a man with a poor consciousness. They're not walking on the same mental street. The man with the poor mental consciousness is always thinking negative thoughts. He's nourishing negative thinking. See, and when you do that, you invite every negative experience into your life by your thinking. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You know what you got to do? You got to become as a little child. Hamashiach said, unless you become as a little child, you can't enter the kingdom of the Most High. So you got to become as a little child, right? And you got to imagine yourself being successful. Little children have imaginations. Their mind is open to instructions. So you got to become as a little child. You got to imagine yourself being wealthy, being whatever you want to be. And as a man thinketh, so shall it be. Don't stop depending on money. That's the other thing I want to tell you. Stop depending on fiat, because there is no money. Stop depending on fiat. Bank on your imagination. You got to bank on your imagination. You understand what I'm saying? Benaiah read Psalms 23. If you ask for success, but you prepare for failure, you're going to get what you prepared for. If you get on your damn knees and you pray for success, yet you prepare for failure, you're going to get failure because you're preparing for it. If you're convinced that you're going to fail, you're going to fail. You're convinced that you're going to be a failure, you will be a failure. By your words, are you justified? And by your words, you're condemned. See, people live in the past. They sever their contract with the now. You're still living in the past. Oh, so-and-so done this to me. You're severing the contract with the now. Made you something, right? Benaiah, you ever, your generation, I don't know if you know about Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. You ever read that story?
I watched the movie though.
Oh, I'm coming to something, man. It might sound funny, but I'm coming to something. Because they always put the truth in our faith, man. In our face. But we just don't get it. Just like the whole Matrix thing, right? So Snow White, the 7 Dwarfs. What was significant about Snow White? She had a cruel stepmother. Stepmother was very cruel. Why was she cruel to Snow White? Because she thought Snow White was more beautiful than her. So she always put Snow White in the raggediest clothes and so on and so forth. Right? But I'm gonna hit you with something, man. The stepmother in that story, Snow White, is symbolic to your altered ego. That's your inner voice of self-negation. That's the stepmother in Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. It's your altered ego, your negative lower self. Your negative lower self saying to you, remember when the stepmother, the evil stepmother, would go into the mirror and said, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Mirror said, not you. Snow White is. And she will punish Snow White even more. Put in raggedy clothes. That's what your mind does to you. Your mind is preventing your success. It's preventing you from being what the Creator intended you to be, because your mind is the altered ego. It represents. Can you get him? It represents that stepmother. That's what your mind represents. Your altered ego. So when you're looking into the mirror of your mind, your altered ego is saying, no, you can't be this. You're not the greatest. You're not successful. You can never be successful. You're just a boy from the hood, or you're just a boy from so-and-so, or you're just a girl from here. You can't be that. It's your altered ego warring against you. So that's that negative self. And just like the stepmother, she had an evil agenda when she bought this poisonous apple for Snow White to eat. And all the birds and everything was trying to warn her, hey, don't eat the apple, don't eat it, don't eat it. But you keep eating the poisonous apple. So you can't rise above. And so the only way, just like Snow White, you eat the apple, the apple has killed you mentally. The poisonous apple, just like Snow White, has killed you mentally. So now the 7 dwarf, 7, a very significant number that represents Yahweh. The 7 dwarfs had to come around and try and wake her up. They all try to prevent her from eating the apple. And so the only thing that could wake Snow White up was a prince. And the prince had to kiss her. So Hamashiach is your prince. What does the scripture say? Kiss the son. What does the scripture say, David? Kiss the son, lest he be angry. What precept is that, David? David, he quotes some scriptures. He never gives us a precept. And I'm trying to teach him to get the precepts. Someone get the book of Psalms 2, verse 12. So you got to kiss the son. That in order for Snow White to come from her death, from the poisonous apple, she had to kiss that prince. And in order for you to come from your mental death, which this world has you in, you have to kiss the son. You have to kiss the son of Hamashiach, of Salaket, of Yahweh, which is Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Someone got that in the book of Psalms?
Book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 12. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and ye perish from the way.
Con.
When his wrath is kindled but a little.
See that?
Blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
See that? That's what you got to do, man. You got to put your trust in him, man. You got to put your trust in him so you'll be blessed. You got to know the truth. It's the only thing that's going to save you is the truth. That's why it says in the book of Yachanan 8 and 32, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I want all of you tonight to really think over that scripture, because if you know the truth and the truth will make you free, and if you're still a damn slave and you're not free, Israelite, Moors, Christians, what is that? What should that tell you? You don't know the truth. Either the Bible's a lie or you don't know the truth. Someone get that, John 8 and 32, so you can see I'm not making this up. Know what you know? You know your truth. You know their truth, but you don't know the truth. And you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free.
Con. The book of Yachanan.
This guy trading war stories. I don't think this is the place for you. He said even the Torah is sun worship. I think it's pretty stupid for you to be on here listening to this if you think we're worshiping the sun or the Torah. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm not interested in any of your polemics or your idolatry of Tupac. But this is not the venue for you. So I'm going to put you in a timeout. And if you get your mind right, come back humble. But if not, don't come back at all. This is not the venue for you. See, that's a Negro looking for an argument. And he probably don't know nothing about the Torah. You find that most people that attack the Bible, if you ask them, have you read it? They haven't read it. And they don't comprehend it. Those that read a little bit of it. Every week there's another one, man. Satan's angels just raise up.
The book of Yachanan 8 and 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So that means what you just read is, well, if people actually have the truth, they're supposed to be free. How the hell you still a straw man? The name on that birth certificate is not me. If you think it's you, you're still a slave. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. What about the Christians? What about the Israelites? Now, the first day of the week, of each week, is called Sunday. And it's a counterfeit Shabbat. They've replaced it. They replaced the original Shabbat with this counterfeit Shabbat, and they call it Sunday. right? It was invented by a so-called black man named Constantine. He indicted it in 321 AD. And he called it the Day of the Sun. The Day of the Sun. Sunday worship is essentially the worship of Satan, the adversary. I know you Christians don't believe this, but if you listen and you go and research everything I say, you're not going to be able to deny it. I want you to take it to your preacher, your pastor, and whoever else worship on Sunday. You people in the Nation of Islam, you worship on Sunday also. See, let's go back to the origin, right? When we deal with antiquity, this practice began with Nimrod, who, after being slain, was worshipped as the sun god Ra. That's where you Egyptologists got it from. See that? So, how many of you wear a cross? You so-called Puerto Ricans, you're not, you so-called Hispanics in general, you love wearing a cross, right? And that damn cross got you crossed up. You love wearing a cross. But I'm hit you something, right? The cross symbols literally represented the sun, and it was called Shamash. Shamash. I can't make this up, man. Go and research it yourself. I even tell you how to spell the damn word, Shammash, Shamash. When we read the book of Acts, the 7th chapter, Stephen, he addressed the Nasi and the great Sanhedrin. This was the president and the council, right? About their persistence in worshiping the host of heaven. Stephen got on them for that. When we read the book of Acts, the 7th chapter. See, sun worship had also been going on in the days of Ezekiel. So let's get Ezekiel 8 verse 10.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 8, verse 10. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creepy things, and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel.
See that? So what he's saying here is that the zodiacs, these zodiac symbols, meaning the symbols of animals, were carved on the inside walls of Yahweh's temple. Read.
Portrayed upon the wall round about.
Right, he's describing sun worship here. Read on.
And there stood before them 70 men of the ancients of the house of Israel. And in the midst of them stood Jaazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the angels of the house of Israel do in the dark?
See that?
Every man in the chamber of his imagery. For they say, the Elohim seeth us not. The Elohim hath forsaken the earth.
See that?
Verse 13. He also said unto me, Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of Yahweh's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man?
You know who Tammuz were, man? That's supposed to represent also Nimrod when he came back as the sun. Not the sun in the sky, but the son of Elohim, the son of God. Nimrod, when he died, they say he came back as a son and he impregnated Semiramis. And Semiramis bore Nimrod again back to earth as the son of Nimrod, the son of God. That's what the whole Trinity concept comes from. Now, you so-called Hispanic people, man, you had a temple that was dedicated to worship of Inta, the sun deity of the Incas. You understand? The sun temple, right? They had one in India, man. In India, they had a sun temple called Odisha. Revelation chapter 2, it talks about these myths as a teaching of Jezebel. Revelation talks about that, man. 2 Timothy 2 and 4 also warns us, man, of this Babylonian mythology. Saturday, on the other hand, comes from Saturn. That's the symbol of Woden or Odin. And the Celts, troops. So in 321 AD, Emperor Constantine, he enforced the day of the sun on the whole Roman Empire. He did that thing. In 325, paganism was actually adopted by setting a uniform date for Easter, a fertility festival common to all pagan cultures. Easter is really the great mother Ishtar. Constantine is quoted in his ecclesiastical history, quoting, "Let us have nothing in common with the Most High, with the most hostile rabble of the Jews," in the quote. So with that particular statement, ladies and gents, in mind, consider how it contrasts with 1 Yochanan 2, 3 through 7. Read 1 Yochanan 2, 3 to 7 when you get a chance. So all of this, a lot of this is in regards to sun worship. You see the Pope has it. You see some of them standing in front of it. You see it on most of their pavements, wherever you see that Osblick. See, the house of the sun are found all over the earth and are essentially altars where human sacrifices were made. Symbols for the sun could include things like the sun ray object, the Osblick, but the main symbol has always been the cross that you so much like to wear. And it was during the reign of Constantine that the cross was actually adopted as a symbol for Christianity. See, Constantine's symbol for his deity, Apollo, was the Chi-Rho, which he saw in a vision beneath the sun, with the words, "In hoc signo vinci," and this signal conquered. You understand? So we're not to make images, to bow down, nor to worship anything in the heavens above or the earth below. It's the book of Exodus 20, verse 4, man. Someone get I think it's Leviticus 26, 1 through 2. You're not to worship anything, man. You're not to bow down to sun, whatever. Oh, the sun's great. So you want to worship it.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 26. Ye shall make you no idols,
See that?
nor graven image.
See that? See that?
Neither
See that?
rear ye up a standing image.
Mm-hmm. They
Neither
did
shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am Yahweh, your Elohim.
They done all of that. They violated all of that. Now, Sunday essentially became the official day of rest to honor the sun. That's what it is. In 325 CE, the Council of Nicaea set up what is known as Easter. And they define Catholicism as a belief in three persons, right? In one God. Then in 364 to 370 CE, the Council of Lacedonia states those resting on the Shabbat are Judaizing heretics. So they're trying to ban the Shabbat. So Constantine established Catholicism and he changed the day of rest to Sunday and made the symbol of his deity, Apollo, the crux, the symbol of Christianity, because he confused, mixed up Yahushua with Apollo. And he pledged Christianity would actually have nothing in common with Judah, with the Yahudim. You understand? So Constantine's disposition was to avoid Yahweh's commandments and to do everything possible that you wouldn't worship the Most High. The Most High does not change, man. The first day of the week is always the morrow after the Shabbat, the first work day. They tell you not to work on that day. See, the pattern of Babel is worldwide. This sun worship is all over the earth now. In Hindu, right? They do it. They worship a solar deity. We can't blame the Romans for everything. A lot of these coaches volunteer to do this stuff, and many of you are caught up into it. So be careful. Scripture said to come out of her, my people. Someone get the book of Acts 7:42. The story that Stephen mentioned. Acts 7:42. That star that Stephen is talking about in Acts 7:42, this star was actually being bowed to and worshipped. It was not the seal of David, as some people like to pretend.
Book of Praxesis, Acts, chapter 7, verse 42. Then Yah turned and gave them up to worship the host of heaven. As it is written in the book of the prophets, O ye house of Yashar Allah, have ye offered to me slain beasts and sacrifices by the space of 40 years in the wilderness?
Con. Yeah, you could stop there. So I just want to say this in conclusion, man. Sunday is not, the Shabbat is not Sunday, should I say. The Shabbat is not Sunday. It's the 7th day of our calendar. Someone get Hebrews the 4th chapter real quick. The Shabbat is the 7th day. And Hebrews chapter 4 tells us that.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 4. Let's see. Verse, you want me to start with verse 10?
Come on.
Hebrews chapter 4, verse 10. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, as Elohim did from his.
Mm-hmm.
Let us labor, therefore, to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. For the word of Elohim is quick and powerful.
And it's going into something else now. It's going into something else. So, I mean, basically, all of you worshiping on Sunday and, you know, your preacher's telling you that, hey, it's okay. This is the day we're supposed to worship. You're worshiping the sun, and there's no way around it. You might say, Tyler, Doc, that's not why I do it, but it doesn't matter where you're doing it. That's what it represents. And if you know better, you should do better.
We're going to bring out verse 4.
Bring it.
It says, for he spake in a certain place of the 7th day on this wise, and Elohim did rest the 7th day from all his works.
Come on. Anyone have anything? So Mashiach rested. We should rest. Anyone? Ezra, Yashabin, Marty, Benaiah, any of you have anything? Oh, Michael, this guy put is Jesus Satan. We don't know Jesus, so we won't be able to answer that. Anyone have anything?
Con, I wanted to say that I always found it, like growing up, that it was weird that Sunday was technically the first day of the week, but it was treated like the weekend.
Right. I mean, they know it's the first day of the week, right? Because, I mean, they put it first on the calendar, right?
Con.
They know it, but they call it the weekend. The devil, I mean, tells you the truth and put it right in your face and then program you to believe something else.
Right.
Because they tell you it's a weekend. I know it's the weekend, but you got on the calendar saying it's the first day of the week. That's a damn shame, man. And Jake's not even paying attention to that, man.
Con.
Told you, Marty. The Negro is an amazing damn creature, man.
You know, that's true, God.
You can't deny it, Marty. I mean, that's amazing, Marty. They tell you that it's the weekend, but they put it at the beginning of the calendar.
And that just so kind. They don't even try to they don't try to understand a damn thing. You know, if you can't even get that right, you know, they don't try, just like you said, you know, they're amazing creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all kind. I mean, you know, people just try to understand. I mean, I don't even know really what to say. I mean, I feel so blessed to be a part of this, man. And, you know, people don't even see it's a reason that they even get an opportunity to join in. And, you know, I feel like almost like it just makes me think that it's the greatest thing to just have a chance to be part of it. And then they don't even try to contribute to it, you know. they just give it a chance, and understand. This has given me so much in my life, This, I'm happier than I've ever been just being a part of something so magnificent and true. That's when you know that when you were talking early on and you said, uh, you know, you were talking about the scripture and how they don't even really try to, contribute to any of this stuff. I don't know what to say. I always tell you, Khan, I don't feel any empathy. I feel sorry for them. I feel sympathy. This, you know, if they give this a try.
The Negro's an amazing creature, Marty. If you tell them you feel sorry for them, they're gonna want to fight you, man. He's an amazing damn creature, man. They will want to fight you. This is the only creature I know that will fight to remain a slave, and he will fight you hard. He will fight you hard, man. I told some of them, "You're an Israelite." Yeah, man, ain't no damn Israelite. What the hell are you talking about? I'm serious, man.
I know you are. It's so weird.
He'll fight you hard, man. Look at the guy that came on here last week, and the one that just trying to come on here and ask for an argument. I just put him out of the room. You got time for the polemics, man. Just go ahead over there. Just take your little funny bunny ass on. Yeah, man. Go ahead, little funny bunny looking mofo. Get the hell up out of here.
No, it's just
that Negro, man, he's amazing. He's something special, man. How many people you see fight? How many people that you've got your ass whipped, you got all kind of lashes on your back, and you still say, "Hey, what's wrong, boys? We sick? We sick?"
We sick.
See, that's a Negro on the side of his mind, man. And his mind's really gone, man, blown away. His mind is blown, man.
Who would just come over and try it? They just be so much happy with the joy the happiness we get, man. I get from the power in this and the Most High bestowed on you brothers. These are the true watching. This could give them so much, and they fight you. Like you say, they damn near want to kill your ass, and you're only trying to help them. This is, oh no, man. We said.
Hey, did you have something, Benaniah?
Oh,
I'm telling you, man, if a scientist did research on the Negro, he'd be like, "Wow, this is absolutely amazing. We enslaved them, we whipped their ass, we took all their money, we took all their and they're still loyal. Wow, this is an astonishing, amazing creature. Wow, what makes him this way? Amazing creature, man. Just can't put their finger on it, man." But what's really interesting about the Negro, Marty, is that he will fight himself. He hates himself, but he loves his oppressor. He loves his oppressor. I say he loves his oppressor, man. He loves being oppressed, man.
That's a boss.
Yeah. He loves to scratch where he doesn't itch, Marty. He get nervous when the man comes around. Remember when they used to when it's called Esau the man? Oh, the man's coming. The man. Who's the man? They got so damn carried away with they had to make a movie called Who's the Man?
Who's the Man?
Remember that movie?
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Who's the Man? They made a damn it was a whack ass movie though, but I'm just think about the title, Who's the Man? Wow. He's something special, man. Yeah, that Negro, he is something special, man. Hey, no one got anything? Let me put a link in the room, man. See if anyone wants to come in. If not, man, we'll go ahead and shut it down. So you could learn tonight. You learned at least 45 amazing things about the Negro. And the top one is self-hate.
Need to get a National Geographic series. One of them do a 7 series documentary.
Hey, remember Malcolm told the Negroes, say, you always want to fight for someone else, man. You went to war, you went to Vietnam. He said, but when it comes to time to fight for yourself, you ain't got no blood. You won't bleed. Then a nigga on the background say, I said we'll bleed. I said we'll bleed. That's a Negro for you, man. You don't want to argue that point, man. That's the same way they do me. They argue on the most irrelevant points, man. I say we bleed. Malcolm said, when it's time to fight your own battle, you ain't got no blood.
Unbelievable.
Cream in that coffee, man. Start drinking it straight, man.
They don't have a lot of chances, Con. You know, there's not a lot of time left. You know, they got to make some decisions, man.
Yeah, acquiescence is not an option either. Anyone that have anything you want to add to the call, the link's in the room. Click on the link and come on in. If not, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down. David, what's going on with you tonight, man?
Did he not come on at all? David?
He did.
Oh.
For about 45 seconds.
Oh, wow.
I think he's in the back room. Hey, his connection's bad again.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now it's funny that this is the topic, because I brought this up to some folks on the job site, putting in some wood flooring, and I shared it, with some folks, about the true name of the Most High and His Son's name, and all that, and this ended up coming up about what the real worship day is and all that, and one of them started calling Jesus Yahweh Shah after that, but I told them, just make sure they go and check it out, get any kind of like Nazarene, New Testament translation or whatever the case is, or even start learning, Paleo Hebrew so you can see what the translation was originally. So yeah, that was interesting. That was definitely interesting. Praise be the Most High. But yeah, 1 out of the 2 changed up on what they call the Savior. The other just, well, it don't matter what you say. It's fine. Just at least look it up. I started showing them pictures of some of the old videos, or the ones from last year, about the depictions of what Yahweh Shah looked like as a boy, and pictures of illustration of Yahweh Shah and the apostles and the catacombs and different things like that. And yeah, so one really, really took to it. The other was just like, that can't be real. I'm like, so say you. Yeah, this is you. These are pictures that look like you.
Yeah, I've told people about the name and the right day of worship, and they just, like Taz said, they just say, "Oh, I don't do it because of that," or it doesn't matter what you call on him as long as something, whatever, something about your heart or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not logical.
Yeah, come on.
Somebody calls you and it's not by your name, you're not gonna answer. So magically, the Most High knows what you mean versus what you say, but the principles taught is what you say. It ain't what you think is gonna make happen. What you got going on in your head, you got to be able to articulate the words on to make the environment move. So it just doesn't even make sense.
This and another thing, they don't even have to wait for remedy. This will make your day change. It'll make you happy right away. It will change you. It gives you. It will change your life. If you just apply it, if you really believe, your day will be brighter every day. You'll have more energy. You'll be more positive. Your mind will be more clearer. If they just try it and see, bump up against me, try that, and tell me was I lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Yeah, right, David. Stop me when I'm lying. That's what it did for me. I felt so good. I felt good and went and did the yard, cleaned up everything. I was happy. It'll change you right away. You'll start seeing, and it just keeps coming. The more you apply yourself, and when you really believe that doubt, some people will talk about it. Yeah, but then they'll get you this and that.
Right. That's what I'm talking about, Marty. That's the evil stepmother in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's your mind. That's your alter ego. It will never let you think positive. It always want to bring you like, hey, there's always someone better than you. You're not that great. You can't do that. You're just a little nobody. You came from my head. You're from small town USA, or you're from the hood. Whatever, man. Your alter ego will always try and talk you out of it.
True.
Anybody say that? Anybody disagreement? It does make you happier, and and when you doubt, you stay stuck, and you think you believe, but you don't believe in shit. But if you believe, it will do all the things I just said because it's true. I feel happy, and my day is more brighter, and I'm more positive and fearless.
Right.
I just love it because I'm not a doubter. I don't doubt it anymore. When I tell you, remember when I was going to court and you came on and said something like, look, I shouldn't have to do this shit. I was looking around. He see me or something? He's looking at me.
That's how it be sometimes, man. If the message is good for you, man, it's going to find you out, man. It's going to find you out. Hey, Dwayne, you're a really good reader. When you was reading this weekend.
Oh, thank you. The water.
Yeah, I mean, you read with really good clarity, man. Like, some people when they're reading, they rush through and so on and so forth. They try and impress you, but it's better to read that way so everyone can get an understanding. That's a good reader, man.
Yeah. Sometimes my nerves be kicking though, If it's all right with all you guys, I'd like to share a scripture.
Bring it up.
It's in Exodus. How do you say that in Hebrew? Is it Shemor?
Yeah, come.
Okay. It's gonna be Exodus 31, and I'm gonna start at verse 12 or 13. Don't really matter. Speak thou also unto the children of Yasha'Allah, saying, verily, my Shabbats ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the supreme Elohim, that doth sanctify you.
Con. Yep.
I guess I go on the 14 because that's what it gets real. Ye shall keep the Shabbat, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
Yep.
For whosoever doth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from amongst his people.
That's serious, man. It's very serious.
My stepfather, he's an Israelite, and he's a Jehovah's Witness. He's like up there. He's an elder. So no, we gonna have a nice conversation. I'm gonna see where his heart is.
Yeah, but they shun them. They really blind. You know, they really blind them, man. And when they try and get out, they shun them. They follow them around and everything. They're told to turn against their own family members, man. If their family members don't believe in what they believe in. Raymo's 07. Come on in the room, man. You got something you want to add? But yeah, that's gonna be interesting, Dwayne, because they I know someone that was into that, man. And when they got out, they kept driving by that house, shunning them, telling them all these bad things gonna happen to him.
Nah, they didn't do that with me. They just wanted me to come back. Dipped up out of there.
David, tell us what to do.
He can't tell us what to do, man, because he doesn't know. He's gonna tell us, he's gonna tell us the same thing people do with a dog, man. A dog is so stupid. If you take him and train him to a stick, if you throw that stick off of the mountain, the dog will go down there and try and get it. That's what David would do if you let him tell us what to do. He would take the Bible and throw it off a cliff and say, now go and get that. You're kind of quiet tonight, man. David, is everything going?
Well, we don't have a lot of time. For all you new people, we're doing a lot of scriptures and we're doing a lot of precepts. But we're getting pretty close to the time where there's going to be some thundering hooves in the clouds, and you can't go find your Bible. You're going to have to take them scriptures and you're going to have to hide them in your heart. And sometimes you'll memorize them, and sometimes you'll memorize half of them. I do pretty good with memorizing half of them. I know a bunch of half of scriptures, but I'm not when he comes riding on the cloud, I'm not going to have to grab my sword. See, sometimes I go to sleep with my sword tucked down my shirt at night. If I can't hide it in my heart by reading it, maybe I can get it in my heart by sleeping. So I want you to love it. You should hear how Marty sounds. He sounds much different than he used to when for the Bible studies. And I want to thank the Kahan because he led him to that. And I also want to thank the Kahan because he dropped some gems today. One gem he dropped was, how could Sunday be the first day of the week but be called the weekend? I'm like, I never thought of that. And I look at the calendar every day. It's right there by my desk. And
you really never thought of that, David?
Repeat?
It never crossed your mind one time?
It never crossed my mind. I didn't it never did. I like the Kahan too because he makes me think about these scriptures. I like how Joshua Alara or one of those young men, when he reads, every time he'll say Yahweh or he'll say Elohim. which I always said Elohim, but
Yeah,
when I hear
that Elohim, David, that's the Babylonian. That's when you add all these vowels that the Jewish people use.
oh, okay,
They say Elohim with an E.
okay,
Because those vowels are changing the pronunciation of the word.
I thought I was doing something when I learned Elohim.
Yeah,
Now,
Elohim is good. Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was learning something when I learned Elohim. Now I'm getting more knowledge, and I'm learning it's Elohim. So like Marty said, this is a great room. We got a great leader. I'll go as far as I'm saying he's a prophet. I'll go as far as saying you guys are disciples, and me too. And I think something great will come from this group of men.
David Davis, a changed man, man. His whole demeanor is different. His whole personality is different, man.
Yeah, it just happened on the high holy day. When I was with you, men out there.
Hey, anyone see David Davis? His profile picture. He looked mean. He looked mean as a mug in that profile picture. He's starting to look like that again, man. If you pardon my French, David is like he's not to be fucked with in that profile picture, man.
You know, I was about to say that. I was about to say he even sitting in his chair different. He's sitting like an OG.
Yeah.
I got that picture when I was trying to find a picture of the Black Jesus, and when I saw those eyes, I knew that was going to be my profile picture, and it's been my profile picture ever since. I asked one lady to look at it. She wrote a comment back. She said, "Yikes!" So,
He looked mean in that picture, man.
yeah, those eyes. It's those eyes. So, but he has those eyes. But I can see love in those eyes. I don't see hate because the Bible describes them as having red eyes. So, yeah, when I saw that, I knew that's what that scripture meant. That's what he would look like. So, I'm glad to meet y'all. I want y'all to know if we're ever in a boat, if it gets a little stormy out, I'm going to have to fight somebody and be the first person to try to get out there and walk on the water with him. Because I believe I can do
it. We will see.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope it's an ice storm that day.
I wouldn't think about it. I'd be out there as long as he's out there. I know he'll get me. He always has.
Well, I guess with that, man, we could go ahead and shut this down. Thank everyone for tuning in. We're going to say shalom, like, share, and subscribe. And those of you on the outside waiting to come in, what are you waiting for? Send an email, a photograph, a phone number, and your location, and come on in. If you think what you heard tonight is the truth, and in fact was the truth, then what your question is, what are you waiting for to join? With that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom.